Yo, eggsoup made a second channel. He is keeping me in the basement. He will only let me out if you subscribe. Do it for me please, you know me, it's your old friend Jake.
In a handful of my previous videos, I've talked about how one frame can change the world, as evident by that fateful era in the summer of 2019 when Lin Fei was the best, most terrifying legend in the game, and how it was all due to a one frame change on Qatar down air, which quickly got reverted. This most recent patch, there was a one frame change on Qatar down air, and on Qatar recovery, and for good measure on cannon sidelight as well. Now, it's important to consider that the one frame change in 2019 is different from the one today. Back then, it was a reduction in on-hit recovery frames, which just means that after hitting the down air, you're free quicker, and that allowed for the extremely easy and threatening 3-hit true combo of dare into sidelight into downlight, and then of course you could loop that again. If you want more details, I talk about this topic in depth in my dexterity analysis commentary, but that's all you basically need to know for right now. This patch, the change is on startup frames instead, also improved hitboxing, which just means that it comes out faster, it's easier to hit, and it's better as a follow-up hit in a combo, instead of being the thing that continues the combo. Essentially, it's not as big of a buff, but it is still worth mentioning. What's truly scary though is the buff to Qatar recovery. It now comes out one frame faster, meaning it's not just the fastest recovery move in the entire game, but it's faster than moves we think of as very quick, like cannon endlight, bone air, sword sidelight, and it's equally as fast as uber quick moves like orb endlight, hammer downlight, gauntlet sidelight, and so on. This also means that all Qatar Legends 6 decks and up can true combo recovery into recovery for around 34 base damage at low HPs. I threw together a few examples here of how these changes can be crazy before I had to leave for the glasses store. I have astigmatism, but you can see it's pretty crazy. I'm playing everything twice just so you can tell, but that is a true combo enabled by the dare change. It's one frame faster. There's a double recovery off of a nair. Look at that damage. This is Lin Fei 3 strength, dodge window of 1 for this dare into downlight into recovery. Here is the half pipe looping. You can see there's only a dodge window of 1 to get this full reset, and then it's a true combo. And here, this is completely impractical. People are just gonna DI it, but technically speaking, getting a triple recovery true is possible. Since you'll likely want to be running 9 decks regardless, Lin Fei will always get a bonus buff whenever high dexterity Qatar changes roll around. And you may have noticed here that I'm heavily focused on her Qatars, and it's not without reason. I suck at cannon. Look, despite putting some time into it early last year, it's still without a doubt my weakest weapon, so my depth of knowledge is more like a dearth of knowledge in that department. But I do know that the stun change to sidelight that I mentioned earlier makes Sair strings more reliable, which then makes 0 to death strings more reliable. And when I hear 0 to death strings, I get a bit of what's gonna happen to me next time I launch. When Lin Fei creeps up to the top of the meta, it's typically very different from most other characters' time in the limelight. It's not like one of her signatures was just over-tuned to the point that she's lifted up way past what she would be otherwise, like, I don't know, Onyx's cannon sidezig, that move. On release, it beat everything with its hitbox, it came out super fast, it was difficult to punish, it KO'd in orange. Lin Fei's not quite like that. Don't get me wrong, her sigs are absolutely absurd, but it goes beyond that. Like I've been hammering home here, she's one of the few characters really impacted by the dex stat. So when she's good, she's not just powerful, she's suffocating. Lin Fei is able to give you this intricate control over the pace of the game because she can fluidly attack according to your rhythm at all times. Kind of like Scythe in its prime. That ever so slight adjustment in timing that your opponent is forced to make in order to punish your whiffs is often the difference maker in evading and launching a punish of your own, especially in high pressure moments. Not even to mention that you can mix up your own timing on top of that by purposefully delaying your attacks or your wake-ups to condition your enemy for a key moment later in the match. Cannon's unconventional style and Qatar's already rapid moveset are the perfect weapons to go with this liquid constriction that Lin Fei offers. Pair that with having more true combos and more unjumpable strings than other comparable legends, and you have an absolute monster on your hands. Effective Lin Fei play forces you into uncomfortable situations and often makes you play on the back foot even if you have the lead on paper. It's one of those characters that draws out errors and can strangle out stocks before you even have time to think. With that said though, that doesn't mean she's unbeatable, and determining if she's the actual #1 best in the game, that will always be a subjective process. She has her drawbacks like anyone else. Her weakness of low strength and low defense means you'll have to win neutral more often and work harder to KO than her tankier peers, for example. but she is certainly a massive threat, and without question, finds herself at the top of the meta. Now that I talked about her strength, let's see Lin Fei in action live, but before I do that, I have to show you this replay of my warm-up game, because this is just the perfect encapsulation of Lin Fei as a whole. That was a true combo, by the way. That Sarah into recovery, completely inescapable, true combo, killed off the side in what, like yellow, and then the strangulation. That nair into dare, true combo, completely inescapable. And every time I whiff, I'm able to attack so quickly. You know what I was saying about controlling the pace, controlling the rhythm of the game? Check out this side sig. Into instant recovery KO off the top, because this is small Brawlhaven and Lin Fei's low strength is kind of mitigated when the KO boxes are that close. I'll skip ahead to like past this stock. I mean, you can just see the oppression that she has with the dare strings, the nair strings, and now I'm gonna do a Sarah into GC down sig, instant dare. If they did this recovery even a hair later, it's over. Crazy character. You know what we don't talk about a lot? Comeback potential, okay? I might have jumped off the map twice thinking I had jumps when I didn't have jumps, but that doesn't matter. Lin Fei, you have the control. It doesn't matter if she's 10 stocks behind, or if she... That was actually almost a true combo, which is crazy. Try to get that dodge there. That could have been true as well. I mean, just look at the pace. All right, last stock scenario, and oh, that's a double recovery right there. Actually, I wasn't even true there, but they didn't have a dodge, so it was fine. That's a true combo. That was almost a dodge punish, a dodge string. Catch them coming into the stage. Catch the dodge in. Look at this. It started off so bad. And look at it now. Lin Fei, the control. That's not going to be a punish. Look, you see. These early stock situations are so dangerous, especially on the Kataras because of the threat of that double recovery just out of range now. But nair there. I'm still alive, actually. Luckily, get that ground pound. Get that. I went the wrong way. That's, I guess it worked out. Your ability to rack up damage is just so impressive. That's a true combo. Look at that DI right there. And then they get sent off stage, which I didn't clean up on at all, but that's fine. They're gonna maybe dodge in there, dodge down, and that's just a stock. This is my most psycho speed video in a long time. I gotta slow down and calm down and relax. But I mean, like, when you can do stuff like that and just threaten that much damage that early on, like I said, these early damage values with Lin Fei is so spooky. It's a bit much, you know? It's a bit much at the moment. It scares me, is what it is. That weapon toss was like the lightest tap, but sometimes the lightest tap with some good timing can go all the way, and that's essentially what Lin Fei is. The lightest tap with some good timing. I mean, look at the chase power, the attack power. Okay, I apologize. I've been going at a bit of a breakneck pace here. Let me slow down just a hair, because Lin Fei gives you control over the pace of the game. Let me give myself control over the pace of my own video. Or not. That was too perfect. You'd think it was staged. I just took a screenshot. I don't know if that made a sound on Steam. I'm up against Ember. Ember's what my next video is gonna be about. I would believe that was staged. What am I supposed to do against this? This video's pace is already out of my control, as I'm talking about the next video. All right, calm down. Let's just do a nice game. I'm just going, oh my god, I'm just going rapid speed. I didn't think that would work. I've never done that before in my life. Blackguard Keep has such a skinny sidewall that actually almost killed. Actually, it did. That is crazy. I didn't even get time to finish my whole sentence. You see what I'm saying? That's alright. Get some punishes, maybe a weapon toss there, maybe a nair there. Never mind, Katara recovery beats everything. I had a whole segment on Katara recovery. I should know, but that's all right. I didn't kill Big Sarah. Into again. No, not twice. Yes, twice. Yes, twice. If any map is gonna slow me down, it's gonna be Thunderguard. This is half my combos drop in the center. I'm gonna die to hammer recovery. I don't know why I'm doing that. I gotta avoid that. Dare loops drop, sidelight drops. So this is gonna be nice on Katars. That is not Katars. That's all right. Dare here, ground pound here. Get my cannon back. Almost die there. Almost died. Almost die everywhere. They're gonna sig. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? That actually still hit. That's crazy. They're gonna pick up the bomb. I know they're going for the bomb. I could see it. And they're actually insane. They're actually crazy. What am I supposed to do? Okay, Galvin Prime. Finally, this map has like the biggest ceiling in the world. We got Nyx, who's another character that's all about control. This is like the perfect matchup to ease my qualms, to cool my bones. It's gonna be fine. Although I guess this is like a pretty gimp heavy map because there's no way to go underneath the stage, and I don't know what to tell you. I think I just gotta play cannon. I just gotta play cannon. That's what I gotta do. Some classic Lin Fei cannon. You know, do the N-sig into insta-jump into whatever else. Toss your weapon up, you know, grab it again, do a dare. Toss your weapon down, do a ground pound. This is just Lin Fei. This is just Lin Fei. You're playing so fast that I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm commentating in the past. Timeline is reversing. We're off stage again. I don't know what to tell you. I am about to die. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Luckily they messed up and we're back. We're back. We're totally... Everything's good. Toss my weapon up. Side light. Pick it up again. Okay, I'm going a bit crazy with the weapon tosses right now. I gotta relax. That somehow hit them into that corner. And is that... The experimental changes. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I was worried it was gonna be over too soon. I guess it is. Okay. Barraza, big boy Barraza, big tank guy, huge tank, huge map. Shipwreck Falls, biggest map in the game. Nothing will stop this from being a nice and fruitful game. Alright, I'm bringing out the big guns. If this doesn't do it, if this doesn't yield just the match of a century, really, the greatest thing I could ever ask for, too high HP for that, then I don't know what will. Ground pound in place. That down sig was too high. Oh, there are no sig effects. And no more commentary.